The federal government's crackdown on street gangs is being put to the test in the Twin Cities.
This week, 3 alleged members of the Minneapolis Bloods are on trial. It's part of a high-profile RICO case brought by the U.S. Attorney involving 73 people arrested last year.
Lou Raguse is live outside the federal courthouse in St. Paul with our top story. Lou?
Julian, Lauren, a number of the defendants in this massive case have been convicted already, but this one has gone to trial, and it's putting the charge of RICO to test in front of a jury. The racketeering charge was created in order to take down the mafia decades ago, and U.S. Attorney Andy Lugar is hoping to do the same to dismantle Minneapolis street gangs.
Inside the federal courthouse in St. Paul, a jury is hearing testimony about murder and mayhem allegedly caused by members of the Minneapolis Bloods street gang, which has existed for decades. Prosecutors say since at least 2020, defendants Deshaun Solomon, Leon Tawan Holt, and Michael Burrell have been involved in the gang in the territory centered around George Floyd Square at 38th and Chicago in South Minneapolis. All 3 are charged with using a firearm in relation to a crime resulting in death. Solomon faces an additional racketeering charge used in organized crime cases, known as RICO.
Our goal is to dismantle the gangs.
U.S. Attorney Andy Lugar first announced the arrest of dozens of alleged street gang members in May 2023, a federal attempt to curb violence in Minneapolis.
Violence such as revenge killings, assaults, and shootings that included the murder of innocent bystanders.
In this particular case, the violence spilled out in public places. In June 2020, Solomon and Burrell are accused of causing a bar fight at the 200 Club in North Minneapolis, confronting a man who testified against Burrell's brother Mayan in his high-profile murder trial for the death of Tyesha Edwards. A man was shot to death in his SUV afterwards outside the bar, and federal prosecutors say this photo shows Solomon firing the deadly shots. Solomon's attorney denies he was the shooter. Then in April 2022, after a bar fight inside Williams Pub in Uptown, prosecutors say Holt, in the white sweatshirt, shot a man on the sidewalk outside. Holt and Burrell are both claiming self-defense for their alleged roles in the violent crimes.
Now, today's testimony consisted mostly of detectives involved in the case. It is a slow and pretty lengthy trial. It could last as long as another 4 weeks, but I was told late this afternoon that they actually are moving ahead of schedule, and it promises to have a lot of pretty intriguing nuggets. For example, according to court documents, the feds are making the allegation that the violence interrupter group Agape funneled taxpayer money to the Minneapolis Bloods, including defendants in this trial. So that's just one thing that we're waiting to come out over the course of this case.
Wow.
Back to you.
All right. We know you'll stay on top of it for us. Thank you, Lou.